What's up, everybody? This is Kayfabe Theory. I'm Gary, and
I'm Keith.
now we are talking night 2 of WrestleMania 40 in Philadelphia. Let's go ahead and get started right away with all the matches.
Let me talk to you.
We're talking LA Knight versus AJ Styles. Keith.
Oh man. So let's see here. You got two guys who has a huge vendetta for one another. Then you got AJ Styles just coming back, and now he's just being a straight asshole to LA Knight, and now LA Knight just wants vengeance at this point. And
yeah,
you know what? I have to lean towards AJ Styles. I think AJ Styles has too many tricks up his sleeves for LA Knight's inexperience.
Yeah, I think it's tough, but I gotta go the other way. I feel like this is LA Knight's moment to kind of start breaking away and start moving towards the championship. It feels wrong to have him be screwed so many times out of a world title, and 2 times in a row from the same dude from AJ keep catching him, and to not get some kind of vengeance. I'm sure we might get another match. I think they're still keeping Backlash as the next PLE, but I think in Philadelphia,
I see what happens.
I want to see him move. I want to see him be the guy that takes down Logan at SummerSlam in his hometown.
Oh God!
I didn't get him versus Logan in my Royal Rumble after my Royal Rumble predictions, but I'm gonna keep betting on the next major PLE for this US Championship match.
And you just did a foreshadow. God dang it.
Oh, I'm playing the doomsday clock on LA Knight. Just every time it doesn't happen, I'm just gonna say, well, then it just wasn't meant to be. So it's gonna be the next time. I'm just gonna be the doomsday prophesier of LA Knight championship matches.
Oh my God.
Let's go ahead and just cover the 2024 Women's Royal Rumble winner Bayley versus Io Sky for the WWE Women's Championship. This has felt a little lackluster to get to this point, but I still think that Bayley's probably going to come out and shut down her protege and show that even though no matter how much Io and Dakota said it, without Bayley, damage control.
Oh yeah, that's very perfectly well said. In no way Io Shirai has a chance of beating Bayley. Bayley's on a super roll, and now she put in position to at least destroy her own group. So at least winning that championship may be a step forward to her ending damage control. Even though that kind of disappointed that we didn't really see much leading up towards WrestleMania. I think things didn't get started until I think at Perth at Elimination Chamber. That's the only time we've seen any glimpse of it. I was surprised because it should have started happening like the minute she won the Royal Rumble. But hey,
yeah, they kind of unfortunately built up Dakota between Royal Rumble and Perth, but once that happened, they managed to open up a little bit. But I think either way, Royal Rumble winner Bayley is gonna stand atop the SmackDown Women's Mountain. All right, guys, before we go, we just wanted to do a quick fire assumption round. These are matches that sound like they've been challenge issued, but
challenge accepted.
We have Karrion Kross and AOP Final Testament versus Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. What do you think about possibility and who wins if so?
So the default goes to Street Profits and Bobby Lashley.
Yeah, I think Kross and AOP have their number. I mean, I thought when they had the tag team match against Street Profits, that was a pretty solid match. A lot of the feud, though, has just been random beatdowns outside of matches. But I think in the end, Lashley and Profits will have their hand raised at WrestleMania, and we'll be able to see both teams move on to possibly or hopefully bigger and better things. All right, and then up next, we are talking the U.S. title. Logan Paul defends against Randy Orton and Kevin Owens. Okay. If they did not tell us that SummerSlam was going to be in Logan Paul's hometown, I would have been pulling for, I don't care if it was Randy or KO. But now that we know that fact, I'm going Logan Paul. Very unenthusiastically.
I mean, yes, the foreshadowing. Because it wouldn't make sense to have Logan Paul, not a champion, at SummerSlam at his hometown. They have to keep it past WrestleMania. Problem is, when you have good superstars and top tier as Randy Orton and Kevin Owens, that's an automatic loss on paper. But just knowing what WWE's about to do with Logan Paul. But anyway, my pick. Anyone but Logan.
This is another heart and brain thing.
Oh my god. If I had to pick somebody between Randy or KO, I'll pick KO.
So are you going KO final? Final answer?
Final answer. Put it in place. Kevin Owens.
Okay. My thinking is Logan Paul wins, but somehow with the egos of Randy Orton and KO, that somehow they're going to get their feud of their own between each other. But we'll see. Yeah, but I'm in agreement. It is really hard to want to bet against Randy Orton and KO, especially in a triple threat match. So if Logan Paul wins, he must have the same guardian angels as Drew did during Elimination Chamber. All right. And then in the first main event, night 2, the World Heavyweight Championship, Seth freaking Rollins versus Drew McIntyre. Keith, where are we going after effects of night 1?
Let's see. We got the Scottish troll warrior, Drew McIntyre. Versus Seth. You know what? Even though we've discussed this many times on the implications of what could happen for night 1, I still feel Seth Rollins will still win it all, just to prove the Drew wrong. That just shown that, hey, I done thrashed myself through night 1, came back on night 2 as the champion, and still beat you. And I just want Seth to be the total a-hole troll he can be for Drew McIntyre. I mean, I want him dancing, doing splits, wearing all the frilliest costumes that he can find and wear. But get some glow sticks, something, please.
He's gonna put the Nature Boy to shame.
Yes, please. I want him to do it so badly.
Okay. So here's my question for you about that prediction. So if, like you said, if Seth takes most of the beating in the tag match, takes the pin, manages to what I assume is eking out a win against Drew McIntyre, likelihood of Damien Priest making that long run down the ramp?
Highly will happen. I'm not. That's kind of hurts. I bet you said that. I forgot about Damien Priest. So you said it. I was like, dang, that can't happen. That's gonna hurt.
and the other factor, of course, is CM Punk's going to be on commentary. So we're talking about the Money in the Bank X Factor. We're not even talking about the real X Factor.
The Factor.
Who's going to be right there ringside.
Oh, yeah. If they
So does he play a factor in the match or the Money in the Bank cash in there? Or both?
So it's based on whether they can knock out CM Punk, that's what's going to be the main thing. If they manage to knock out CM Punk, then I see the cash-in happening. But as we both know, CM Punk is not going to sit here and watch Damien Priest get a clean win. He's not going to do that.
I don't know. I think he would. I mean,
really?
Between Seth, Punk, and Drew, I mean, they all hate each other with a passion that cannot be measured. Because if Priest cashes in, I mean, Punk and Drew can still out-troll Seth by going, look, neither one of us walked away with the world title, but we still got it off of you, and that's at least partial credit. Yeah, I don't think Punk would interfere with Damien Priest coming out. I think if anything, he'd lay out the red carpet
and join Judgment Day.
Not necessarily join Judgment Day, but I think he'd stand there and be like, "Yes, please come on down and cash in your briefcase," and just I'm not involved. I don't think he'd have any problem with it.
I don't know. I'm not sure CM Punk would take that. Just watch that happen.
That's my thinking, but I think Drew is going to beat Seth. I think Seth's going to take too much of a beating from night one, regardless of whether Drew's being a prophet or a troll. I think he's going to be right. Seth took on too much, and he's going to put a beating on him. He's going to take the world championship. But I think in the end, I think Punk's going to be the factor that causes Priest to cash in. Because we talked about this in our last video about Priest cashing in at WrestleMania. That theory is that Drew has interfered with Damien Priest's cash in several times. So if Priest can finally just get a one win, and if it's the one at WrestleMania to take the world title after he just won it, I mean, talk about judgment brought down upon you. That is the ultimate judgment right there. I think this is just a freaking web of stories just coming to one big moment. There's a million ways it can go, but
yeah, all right, let's see what happens. I'm still teetering on the fact that CM Punk is not going to take this sitting down. He has to get involved some way, somehow. He has to.
All we can do is wait and see. And finally, ladies and gentlemen, the reason that we are all here, the main event, night 2 of WrestleMania 40, the American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes versus the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, for the WWE Championship. Keith, this is where the big money's at.
Yep, it all kind of builds up to this one match. We done dealt with so much back-to-back Royal Rumbles just to get to the same match again.
Yep.
And all this to say, I have to go with my heart on this one and my optimism. Cody will win. The only factor it's been playing is that the fact what happens in night 1, mostly me and you in agreement, Bloodline Rules will take effect. And once Bloodline Rules take effect, then we'll really want to see what happens. And I can't wait to see so many people come out, try to help Cody. I mean, there's so many guys. We already know possibly Jay might show up. Who else we're missing?
Sammy,
shoot,
KO.
Yeah, Sammy, KO.
John Cena.
A lot of people. Yep, John Cena might show up. Man, shoot. I'm not sure Triple H will actually do anything, but he might show up too because he don't like The Rock.
Okay, just because you mentioned Triple H, I literally just had this image pop in my head. Can you imagine during the match if everybody that the Bloodline has wronged comes to the match and the Bloodline's fighting a handful of people, and then The Rock is in the ring and Triple H makes his way down and the two of them are staring off in the ring while everybody else is fighting around them?
Yes.
Dude, that's like some 300 right there.
Yes. Oh my goodness. I hope it happens. And this is why I said in corporate video, it hurts to know that Triple H is in his medical situation, but right? Because if I can tell you this, even though I'm sorry, go on tangent, we both know that if it was for Triple H's medical situation, you can tell that each moment where Triple H can be placed in, that he'll be there.
So just to kind of sum up, I'm with you. Cody wins, goes to the top of the mountain. Something's going to happen at some point, and he's just going to Avengers Endgame style, like Captain America, and just send everybody after the Bloodline.
Assemble.
It's just, how is it going to happen? Is Cody going to come down to the ring and the entire Bloodline is going to be there from the start? Triple H gets involved, like any of these people that have been seriously wronged by the Bloodline come down from the beginning, and it's just a mess the whole time? Or is it just going to be in classic championship fashion where it's going to be one-on-one right up until the point it looks like Roman might lose? Then that's when the storm comes. No Jade Cargill, pun intended. But this has done such a good job of blending what's on TV and reality. I mean, this is just going to be kind of a masterpiece in the end. And it's not necessarily going to be the end of the Bloodline or The Rock or Roman or anything.
If you remember what happened in WrestleMania 31, Triple H versus Sting, when at some point during the match, the NWO showed up. And then as they showed their advantage towards Triple H, DX showed up. And now we literally had a once a lifetime thing, DX versus NWO type situation. Do you think that's going to happen the same way?
It's going to be damn close. Somehow I feel like they're still going to surprise us with something. Like, no matter what, I feel like there's going to be some nugget in there that is going to not necessarily extend the storyline, but create like just that little branch that's just going to surprise us all. And I don't know if it's going to be something between Rock and Roman, creating tension between them or something, or like you said on night one with the tag team match of who gets the pin, the final boss or the tribal chief. But yeah, there's still something that's going to, I think, shock and awe everybody.
Yeah. I feel like, damn, it's a lot. Because I'm already thinking this may happen. I'm not sure it actually will happen, but since we're talking about the bloodline, can we see all the family come back?
Even though are you talking like wild Samoans, Rikishi, like all the living members?
All the living members of the bloodline come back.
I mean, at that point, why even call it Bloodline Rules? That might as well be a Bloodline Lumberjack match.
Yeah.
They're just going to play defense on the outside.
Yeah, I just think it could be so epic proportions of what can be done. And, man, Triple H and WWE, they doing it just right for once.
Yeah. They are fine. They are killing it. All right, everybody, that is our Night 2 WrestleMania prediction video. Thank you so much for watching. Let us know down in the comments what you think is going to happen, whether you agree or disagree with us. And if you haven't subscribed to the channel already, please do. Once again, you're watching Kayfabe Theory. I'm Gary, and
I'm Keith.
All right, thank you so much for watching, and we will see you all after WrestleMania. Enjoy.